I want to welcome you once again to this week's Wednesday Word of Encouragement, and it's a blessing to be able to share with you again and to bring this part of the ministry of the Potter's Hill Advent Christian Church to you today. Our Bible verse that we're going to look at today is taken from Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 19, one of the minor prophets in the Old Testament. And Habakkuk says this: "The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to go on the heights." What a very picturesque verse we have here in the Old Testament scriptures by this prophet. And it's just a beautiful picture of a deer climbing up to the heights of the mountain, jumping on the rocks from ledge through the forest and all of that, but his feet being able to take him to new heights. And I think in this verse, I find words of encouragement in the fact that we see clearly the sovereignty of God. The sovereignty of God is in control, and the sovereignty of God, when we rest upon Him and His power, His strength, His control, enables us to climb through difficult situations. The second thing I think we see from the prophet here is that sovereign God is our strength. Many times we can't climb those mountains and those difficult places by ourselves, but the sovereignty of God is our strength because He's in control and He helps us. And then that third thing is He enables us to go to the heights. The heights usually is this picture of, after a struggle, the beautiful view of the valley, the beautiful view of the sunrise or the sunset. And I think the previous verses give us the wonderful context of what the psalmist says here at the end of his prophecy, not the psalmist, but the prophet. And those are in the verses prior to this, where in verse 17 and 18, the prophet says, "Though the fig tree does not bud, and there are no grapes on the vine, though the olive crop fails, and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the pen, no cattle in the stalls, yet," the prophet says, "I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God, my Savior." Wow. What wonderful words of encouragement. That even when those situations that are described by the prophet are there and we're seeing it, yet the sovereign Lord is our strength, and He enables us to have the feet of a deer, and we can climb to those heights and see beyond our problems to the glory of God's kingdom. Be encouraged, be blessed, and may we all look to the Lord for our strength and our salvation.